Welcome to SF Comic Book Company. This is Ray Gonzalez. This is the first pilot / ashcan / issue 0 of the SF Company Hour.
Wizard number half.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So this is we're trying shit out this episode. Don't try. This is not the final show, but this is just doing a test.
We're doing our best.
We're trying our best. So welcome. This is hopefully going to be a weekly show coming out on Saturdays. We might do it live. We'll see what happens. But joining me today is
Alex Hondo.
That's his Christian name. And next to him,
Tom.
Fritche. We're going to call you Fritche. That sounds way cooler than Tom.
Yeah, that's fair.
That sounds way cooler than Tom.
Rhymes with bitchy. Itchy and bitchy, I understand.
There's so many uses for that name.
I know, it's personal.
And over in the producing, directing chair is Ricardo. We don't have a camera on him, but he's there.
Hello, folks.
Say hi, Rick.
Hello, Rick.
Hi, Rick. He's going to be our director / researcher / Baba Booey of the show.
Yeah.
Why do I get stuck with that?
He has an amazing Mike Zeck Punisher dress shirt on.
Yeah, we all
Which
have...
he should show on camera,
It's
Rick.
pretty awesome.
Right now,
It's
Yeah,
pretty
can I
cool.
go
Yeah, come over.
Come
Rick.
in, just
Yeah,
show
go
him
show
real
yourself.
quick.
Yeah, just,
There you
there you
go.
go.
That right there, that's a Mike Zeck.
He got an airbrush in the
Mike
mall.
Zeck.
Zach special.
Motherfucker's had that fucking shirt for like 20 years.
He
Right?
got
I remember-
an airbrush at the mall
And
right
have it-
after 9/11.
Keep that another 20 years,
Still
my
looks like
friend.
that 20 years later.
I remember the day you bought that shirt. That's the day you bought the Megatron shirt too, right?
I still got the Megatron shirt. I'm gonna bring the Megatron
That's
shirt
fucking
next time.
Rick's club
And he
wear right there.
admits to it. It's incredible.
Hey, you gotta
We're
let your
starting
nerd fly,
off
bro.
with,
Let
you
your
know,
nerd fly.
with Rick's shirt.
So what's the first order of business, gentlemen?
Kind of introducing ourselves and kind of talking about the channel, what we're trying to do here.
Okay.
SF Comic Book Company. We're starting this movement. It's already got about 60 subscribers. We're trying to do things with this. It's going to be kind of the history of the Bay Area comic book scene. It's going to be comic books. It's going to be TV. It's going to be movies. It's going to be toys. It's going to be occasionally maybe some wrestling.
We gonna talk about nerds.
Personal
We're gonna talk-
stories.
Like I've said in other videos, this is a shit we're already doing already, and we're just gonna film it and show you guys. So
Yeah.
you know,
It's about goddamn time.
it's going to be a regular cast of characters. You know, these guys are going to be some of the regulars. We're going to, you know, have different folks, different opinions, different, walks of life. Just giving it doesn't necessarily have to be about comics, but we're going to, do all kinds of different things. So, Alex, you want to talk about like what is your fandom? What are you into? Like, what is your thing? What are you into like most of all?
Well, first and foremost, to everyone who knows me, I'm Comic Book Alex. I friggin' love comic books, just the artwork and everything else. I love movies too. Don't get me wrong, and live music is also very much. But yeah, my main passion is comic books, man. They're just great.
Yeah.
The whole medium is just amazing. Artwork is fantastic. Storytelling. All kinds of stuff for all kinds of walks of life.
Yeah,
And that's my deal.
it's very poetic, Alex. Thank you. It's like a summer's eve commercial. My passion's bringing out the best in me. So, Fritchie, what are you into? What are you bringing to the table here?
Well, so I used to go to art school, and I applied to art school in 2007, trying to be their first comic book major, because
Major
art
comic
school is all super pretentious, all drawing, painting, sculpture, or something like that. And I was trying to go to art school. It's just there's this new a fundamentally different medium of art called comic books, and I would like to be the first person in this college to work in that medium. And my college was just yeah, fuck that noise. We are not in any mood to do that. So I spent the better part of the 4 years that I was in art school trying to convince everyone around me, like the students and the professors, that comic books were a new medium of art to be contended with. And
Here.
no one believed me. And I was going up to all my professors and showing them Will Eisner and little Nemo, and they were just telling me to go to hell.
Yeah. Those are the funny books. We don't like those kind of things.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah,
Just,
so like I fundamentally believe that the comic books are the most recent form of visual art.
It's the modern mythology, man. This is like the stories that
Wow.
you know.
The new
Well,
Greek and
This,
Roman
yeah,
mythology.
this is
Well,
the
that's
Greek,
the thing.
yeah.
Like the mythology only gets into the storytelling. The actual delivery system from like a creator to reader. Like that's a whole new way to deliver art from a creator to a reader. And so many people have their head so far up their ass that they don't want to admit that it's a whole new genre of art delivery. And I'm here to tell the pretentious art people to like relax. And
It's kind of like calling the kettle black, but okay, go ahead.
you can do both, all right? Like you can appreciate Will Eisner, and you can appreciate just like the new issue of Green Lantern that comes out. Like that delivery system is an old delivery
It
of
is.
art. Like Thomas Nasty used to do it.
it, along with jazz music, is an American
It is an intrinsically
Invented
American art form.
Yes.
And like unlike jazz, we are like comics are too young for people to actually admit it. We're like a generation too early before people actually admit that comic books are something to be like appreciated.
Well, I
you
think
know?
this generation is really appreciating it.
Well, that's
It's
the
making
thing.
head. I mean, it's made a lot of headway, man.
No, it's
you
made
know.
a lot of money. That's different.
Of course, Fritche was gonna have the most complicated fucking answer if I can do a simple question.
Yeah, like you know why I like comics? Because it is the most interesting new form of American art, and no one, like not comic book fans and not art fans, get it the way I get it, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Rick,
Here.
what are you bringing today? Come on over. Come on.
yeah, get over here, Rick.
Yeah, get over here, Rick.
Rick's a man.
Yeah, Rick, come on.
So yeah, well, I like
Come
Rick.
closer. We
Get in the
can't
camera,
see.
get in the camera. You know what?
We
Let me just stand up.
can't see your
Yeah.
hair.
Oh my God, this is
Look at that.
this is going horribly wrong.
Look at that. Renegade.
Hey,
How's
how's it going, world?
Okay.
No, I like movies are my thing, definitely. I watch movies.
He likes them.
I like them. All movies.
Really, what's that like?
Shit, just liking everything. Very bad when it comes talking movies with you.
Yeah, it
Goddammit.
sounds exhausting.
That's no.
That's a whole nother episode right there.
Yeah. Love movies, love TV.
That's called the Zack Snyder cut right there.
Zack
Christ.
Snyder cut. That's gonna be an epic show if you guys
Yeah,
ever watch that
I'm
one.
you're just gonna put a camera on you guys and you guys talk about Zack Snyder for like an hour.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be.
Yeah, have you ever filmed a
World
fist
War
fight
III?
before?
World War III.
I'm going down.
World
Yeah,
War III, directed by Zack Snyder.
yeah, so movies.
Fritche versus.
No, it's not World War
Rick.
III. What are we talking about? It's Army of the Dead.
Yeah, I'm raising fucking
Fact check.
hell.
Fact check.
Raising hell. Video games. Definitely video games. That's not happening.
Get in the camera, Rick.
Uh,
There you go.
Video games.
Yeah, you.
Look at that beautiful hair. He looks like Linda from Bob's Burgers.
Oh, Bob!
Bobby.
Hey, show that Punisher shirt.
Bobby!
this is why I stay
Rock
off
that
camera.
Punisher shirt, bro.
Steers
You know,
me
like,
out,
proud.
China.
All right, I'm gonna go back to my
Yeah,
perch.
go back to your corner. Go back to your corner, fucking fa-fa-fooey.
Yeah, welcome
Okay.
welcome to the
So-
Razeum.
Oh, man.
You know?
Oh, this is the Razeum. Yes,
This is the
very good
That's
for
us, and
This
if you're
is,
still with us,
we're here in San Francisco. This is the Razeum. I like to call it the MoMAR, the Museum of Modern Ray.
You do?
Yes.
I'm
yes,
looking
yes.
at a wall of some
Just recently, he's
amazing,
gone there.
amazing comic books you have on your wall right there.
Yeah.
Commendable, very
Yes,
commendable.
That's part one of the things we're gonna do on this channel is kind of like collector showcase. We're gonna go to different folks' house and like kind of show off their collection. So that's want to be on the lookout for that kind of stuff. I'll definitely do a tour of this beautiful establishment, but that's definitely on the radar for our show.
Okay.
Yeah, the very different things we're gonna do. We're gonna do comic book reviews. We're gonna do like guerrilla shoot movie reviews. When something big happens, we'll do maybe trailer reactions. We'll do all that, all kinds of stuff. There you go. Come on, director. Fucking
It's going,
handle your
it's
shit, man. Huh? So today we're gonna talk about a couple things. This is not the complete show. This is we're just trying shit out and
It's
trying
a
to.
test drive.
Thank you for
We're
bearing
doing our
with
best.
us.
Thank you for showing up.
Sticking with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't wait
If
to
you're
get
here
like
still.
20 views on this. It's gonna be epic.
So, like, in terms of topics, what you got for us?
I got a couple topics for us. We're going to talk
Let's do
about.
it.
Let's start with some comic book topics. Recently, it's been revealed that in an upcoming issue of Superman, the Superman comics, that his identity will be revealed, as
Right.
Clark Kent will be revealed to be Superman, and all hell's going to break loose.
Yeah, like he's giving up his Clark Kent identity.
Yes, so it's kind of the way of the world.
Which for me I don't get, because I always felt that Clark Kent was the actual identity.
Yes, that is the mask.
Yeah, well, no, like that's not the mess. That's him.
Yeah.
Because like Superman.
So it's the opposite of Batman, where Batman's the real
Yeah,
person.
like Batman's a
and
dude,
Super-
Bruce
Superman's
Wayne's the mask.
yeah.
As far as Clark Kent knows,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
because he didn't, and maybe this is just showing my age in terms of like Superman
You're
origins.
like fucking 22. Calm down. Like fucking.
I am 863.
You fucking.
I'm a goddamn vampire.
He's
I'm
like
Blade
Moira
Trinity.
McTaggart.
But
For
like,
those who
I
have
always
been
felt
reading
that the Superman
X-Men
thing was
right
that
now.
like he spent like some time growing up in Smallville, like until he was like 16 or something, before he knew he had any powers. So like he became the man he was, like growing up with his folks, and then he realized that he had like X-ray vision. So like my opinion was always that like Clark Kent was the real guy, and Superman was like Clark Kent without any barriers, and Kal-El was like the alien, like the immigrant, you know?
Right. I
But
think,
like Clark was
agree with
always the
that.
guy.
yeah.
Like I fundamentally believe that Superman is a KU fan. You know what I mean? Like I fundamentally believe that Superman is a big fan of the Jayhawks. Because like that's
He's
what
from
Clark
Kansas.
was.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
from Kansas.
He's a hometown guy. He's like
he has no memory of going to Earth in a rocket.
he's
like-
a good guy.
So like his earliest memory is with Ma and Pa Kent on the farm.
So like the newest thing in comics, like used to be where they're gonna kill the character, and that
Right.
was the big thing. Now it's like the identity reveal. They do it with
Yeah.
Spider-Man,
And Iron Man too.
Iron Man.
Can I say something though?
Like kind of like secret
Absolutely.
identities are kind of like going to the wayside. But go ahead, Alex. What do you-
About that? No, I was thinking though that like, how do you do it with like modern times? Like, we
There's-
have technology. We have facial recognition technology.
There's no way
There's
that
no way they could just like get Superman's face and say that's Clark Kent. Like,
Right.
no one like people would compare pictures of Superman like, oh, well, you look exactly like Clark Kent. Like,
Well, I mean, like back in the day, Superman and Clark Kent used to take pictures with each other.
yeah.
When he would like
Or-
go really
or-
fast or
oh
something.
yeah, you can do that.
Or Alfred would dress up as Batman. Yeah.
Yeah, or Jack Kennedy in that one issue. And I have that issue. It's great.
Alfred, man.
Yeah, like John F. Kennedy pretending to be Clark Kent.
So
in
do
one
you
issue.
guys think this is a good thing? This is like a good progression for the character. This is going to create some new storylines. What do you guys think this is going to?
I mean, like honestly, like I'm leaving it up to the hands of the writer. Like who's the writer for this? Is this Bendis?
Bendis and there's a couple other guys around.
Brian Michael Bendis.
Yeah.
I mean,
who's run in DC has not been
The
great.
legend.
yeah, and like
He should be writing Batman. He should not be writing Superman. He's
I hear
that's
his
a good
Batman
pick.
run from Walmart is actually quite good.
yeah, he should be right. He's
Yeah.
tailor-made. Alex
Yeah.
Maleev and how do you pronounce his name?
Malayev.
Malayev. They should be doing a Batman book. There's no reason that they should not
Yeah.
be doing a Batman book. They were
Yeah.
perfectly made
Or-
for Batman.
yeah,
He
Alex
should not be doing
Maleev-
Superman. This
Yeah,
is-
and
an
like
amazing
I'm
artist.
currently reading No Man's Land with like Alex Malayev and Bob Gale, and it's just like fucking pitch perfect.
we had a nice trade for the No Man's Land and John Burns Fantastic Four. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
We did a massive trade
Yeah,
for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
have
like,
you read it?
No.
I mean, like the thing with Bendis,
I've been watching
like, he
Peaky
was-
Blinders, man. What can I
Bendis
say,
is a
man?
great writer, but he needs there's certain times when he's not a great artist, a great writer.
Yeah.
Like Powers, awesome. Daredevil, awesome.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Ultimate Spider-Man,
Until 2008.
yeah, up to
Up to Ultimatum.
up to 100, like
Yeah.
Up to past 100.
Yeah,
no.
like
Avengers?
if Mark Bagley isn't on the art,
How
stop
about his
reading.
run on Avengers?
Avengers
New
started off strong.
Pretty
He
good.
kind of he didn't know where to go after
Yeah.
the fact. His infamous Iron Man is amazing.
I mean, like ultimately, they can't all be zingers.
No, of course, and there's no writer that's 100%.
Like
So-
Jeff Loeb was great on Superman in the early 2000s.
I liked him on Batman too. Batman,
and
his
he was
Batman
great
was-
on like Superman, Batman, but he was notoriously garbage on every Marvel book he ever did.
Hulk was all right. I kind of like the Red Hulk. The Red Hulk punched out the Watcher. Come on,
All
now.
right, all right.
Like, that's
Okay.
and the Ed McGuinness art actually definitely helped it.
I mean, my only problem with Ed McGuinness is that like all of his fists look like they fucking like put bicycle pumps in the fists.
he should
Like,
do-
they look
He's
like
got the
goddamn
superhero
dickers.
action figure face.
You know,
that
I
can
wish
just
we,
put the
I
peg
wish we
inside.
had these
Yeah.
comics. We can show everybody what we're talking about.
Well, I mean, like he's the editor. You can put up these photos. You
Yeah,
can
Rick.
put up pictures of the things you're talking about.
Yeah.
This
Oh.
is
At some point-
It's a
All
pilot.
right, calm down. It's
I
a
believe
pilot.
I believe in
Give
you.
me a
Rick.
sec.
It's pilot
Hello,
season.
pilot episode.
Oh man.
So getting back to Superman as his identity revealed.
So it
You
was
know what?
uh,
They never really played on it, but if you have a good writer, he could write it really well. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. They
So
can pull this out.
basically the storylines are going to be that pretty much everyone that is close to Clark Kent is in trouble now.
Right.
So Mom, Pa Kent, Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen.
well, is Pa Kent dead now? Like I stopped
think-
reading before.
I think
New
he's back.
52.
I think he's back.
So it's like Ron Troop, Cat Grant, Jimmy Olsen,
Perry White. Yeah.
Yeah. And,
so
and whatever that asshole was.
the
who was
Daily
like,
Planet, pretty much. Like everyone's going to
Yeah.
that's where Superman used
like
to hang
the
out.
dude
So.
with the mustache that did the sports reports. Like,
What's
that
no?
guy's
What?
in trouble.
Hey, who's fucking watching Bibbo? That's what we got to fucking.
You're goddamn right.
Where's Bibbo in all this?
You know how fucking honest of a friend that Bibbo was with Superman? Like when Superman split into two electric people, Bibbo was still on
wait,
board.
hold
Let's
on,
not lose
hold on.
people. We're losing
Hold on,
you
hold on.
guys.
Fritche, explain who Bibbo is.
So Bibbo brought out.
This is in the Superman comics.
This is Superman.
Which
guys
is,
are
which
talking-
was
we're
a
still
character
talking
in
about
Superman
Superman.
comics. Hello, folks.
This is all from Superman.
No one's read
losing
a
his-
Superman comic since the mid '90s. It's like Bo,
Which
with,
is
Bo
fine.
with Dark Horse Comics. That's pretty
Yeah,
much-
so like Bibbo Babowski was a character
Inside
that
joke.
like he was a longshoreman in Metropolis who was Superman's #1 super fan, and he was played by Brad, whatever the hell his name was from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Brad Garrett.
Brad
Oh.
Garrett. Yeah.
Who?
okay.
Yeah,
What was
he was
what was
voiced
his
by-
bar? What was his bar name?
No,
Was it just Bibbo's?
it was called something else, but I don't remember.
Man, we're going deep dive.
Yeah.
We're already lost.
Okay,
Yeah,
now-
like Bibbo, like so like I fundamentally believe that like the makings of a great comic book character are entirely involved in the separate characters outside of the actual superhero. Because like I've been telling you
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
I've been reading like '60s Marvel comics. The best '60s Marvel comics are the Ditko Lee Spider-Man, because they actually have like supporting characters. But like the Lee,
I just wanted you to tell me where Bibbo's from. I didn't want you to go to the fucking history.
Bibbo is from Metropolis.
There you go.
He's a longshoreman who likes Superman.
Your character
Kind of looks like Popeye.
to make
All right.
a good
He looks a
comic
lot
book.
like
All right.
Popeye.
Let's stop the
Okay,
Superman talk. This
I
is
apologize.
Thank you.
I
I hope you're still with us.
was pontificating.
We have no
I
one left.
apologize.
Oh damn it! All this.
Go Niners.
You see what a mistake you made having me here? Yes, man.
all right.
problem.
Next subject. We're
Yeah.
gonna stay in the DC world. Paul Dano cast as the Riddler in the new Matt Reeves Batman movie that's coming out in 2021. Rick,
2021.
2021.
I'm reserving my judgment on Paul Dano as the Riddler until I actually see the movie.
He's good enough actor.
He's a great actor.
He's a great actor.
He's a great actor.
I wouldn't call him great, but I would call him very good.
No, I've
He was
seen
good
him.
in Little Miss
Little Miss
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
He was
He was-
good in I Drink Your Milk.
There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood.
He was
Yeah,
great.
he was
Yeah.
also good in.
I Drink Your Milk was the porn version of There Will Be Blood.
Your milkshake, whatever, man.
I drink
I drink your milkshake.
Part 2 of that
Like
one.
nobody knows that.
And he was a
That was
child
the thing,
actor,
man.
right? What was the movie he was in when he was a kid?
Paul Dano. I'm still trying
Paul
to...
Dano is
Come on,
gonna
fact
play
checker.
Riddler.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about this. This is interesting.
Yeah, Paul
He's
Dano.
a good enough actor.
No,
though.
no,
All right,
Paul
all right.
Dano's definitely a good actor, but
But
like
it all
I-
depends on what they write, how do they make the
Yeah.
character.
Yeah, because like you got to remember, Danny DeVito is a perfect cast for Penguin. But did we get a good Penguin
not at
Batman
all.
Returns?
Not at
like
all. It's
exactly.
ridiculous.
Like I guarantee Paul
Yeah.
Dano will do his best.
Did you hear the rumor that Jason Alexander wants to play the Penguin?
Did I hear the rumor or did I read his Twitter feed?
Yeah.
Where he said he wanted to do it?
Who?
Jason Alexander.
Your boy here, Costanza.
Costanza? Dude, he's too old.
Stan.
Well, he
Stan
could play
Jet.
him like as the mayor.
No,
He's the
Emperor
the,
Penguin.
the best Penguin would have been Philip Seymour Hoffman. I think
Philip
he would have
Seymour
been,
Hoffman
he would have
at
been the
Hold.
best. He would have been the best fucking Penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like
Josh
not only
Gad
is
would have
he
been my
the
second
greatest
choice.
actor-
Josh
no,
Gad?
I have no,
Jared Fogle.
no. What's his name?
Vogel.
Yeah, but the before picture.
Why can't I think of his name? He's in everything.
Paul Dano's been acting
Seth.
since 2000.
No, not Seth.
What was it? Was his all right? What was Paul Dano's first movie? Like what?
Technically, it's the newcomers in 2000. He was on a TV series called Smart Guy with the
He's
Maori.
a smart guy.
Yeah, with the
I'm-
with the
like,
Maori twins, his little
Alright.
brother.
Like so like as far as I can tell, Paul Dano's best role was in Wrist Cutters. With like Tom Waits was in that, Shannon Sossaman was in it. It was based off of a novel by an Israeli novelist. Like he was very good. I have no doubt that he's not gonna give like his full ass to be in the Riddler, but like that entirely depends on how they write the Riddler.
All right, so if, all
So,
right,
like I'm gonna
It
give him a
comes down
shot.
to Matt Reeves.
Yeah, and like
I
same
tr-
with
I
Robert
trust-
Pattinson playing Batman. Like I don't know how he's gonna do until I see it.
He's
Yeah.
a good actor.
No,
is
like,
he though?
he
I've
is.
never,
I've
I've
seen-
never seen anything.
I've
anything.
watched a
Well,
couple.
I've never seen his Twilight movie. I heard he
I
was
will
good.
watch
in,
Twilight.
What was the
Twilight.
movie he was in last year?
Well, I mean, like, so he's in like this like Lighthouse movie with like Willem
That's the
Dafoe.
one.
He's supposed to be very good.
Oh,
like
yeah,
apparently
I
Robert
wanna see that.
Pattinson
Yeah.
is great. So like Kristen Stewart.
Kristen Stewart.
Kristen
She's,
Stewart.
Kristen
she's a
Stewart.
horrible
Like,
actress.
Well, that's the thing. Like, she was like,
Stone-faced.
previously only in Twilight movies, and the Twilight movies were garbage. And then
But
she was
very
in like
successful.
all
I've
these.
never seen him, so I wouldn't know.
Very
I-
successful.
Yeah, but then
huh?
she like went to France and started acting with Olivier Assayas, and she won a fucking César. Like she's objectively a good
A
actress.
King Caesar.
No, like a
Kristen
French
Stewart?
Oscar. Yeah.
All right, so
Juliette Binoche.
all right,
Nice.
all right.
Nice.
We're going
Like, it
deep
makes
cuts on
sense.
this one.
All
Hold
right.
on, just
It makes sense
just
that he might be good.
just to make things clear, we don't watch Twilight because vampires don't fucking sparkle. There we go. I'm just sorry.
Thanks, Rick.
Methinks the lady doth protest too much.
Thanks, Baba Booey.
But,
So,
like,
all right.
I
So,
haven't seen it a little
bit.
bit.
So, all right,
had to
so,
be said.
all right,
I
all
don't
right.
It had to
So,
be said.
fantasy cast. All right. So, instead of Paul Dano, who would you have as the Riddler if you had to pick?
Any-
So you
Dead
mean
or
other
alive?
than David Tennant?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Or like anybody?
No, alive.
Alive?
David Tennant.
David Tennant. I would go with David Tennant.
I would have a young Roddy McDowell.
Damn.
No, but that's we
I
just
changed
said
my answer. I'm changing my answer.
we just said Dead or
Clockwork
Alive.
Orange, Roddy McDowell.
He's
He
dead.
wa-
He's dead. We just said Dead or Alive.
Oh, you said
Just
Dead
a
or
second
Alive.
ago.
You
You
said
mean-
Dead or Alive.
you said
He's
You mean
alive.
dead.
Malcolm McDowell?
No.
Because Roddy
I mean,
McDowell is not.
Malcolm McDowell.
Oh, I meant Roddy McDowell. I rescind my high five.
All right,
Oh,
take
really?
it back.
Malcolm
Uh,
McDowell. Clockwork Orange.
I would,
No, yeah,
if I had to pick, I would say Sam Rockwell as the Riddler.
I would say
Ooh.
Sam Rockwell
Rockwell's
for
the-
literally anything.
Yeah.
I'd say Sam Rockwell is a Joker.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
That would be my pick.
Exactly.
Mark Hamill,
Yes.
man.
No. I want somebody who can
Hamilton.
sustain the
As
role.
the old
Rockwell,
Joker, dude.
Rockwell would be a great Joker.
Why
No,
not?
you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
I want somebody to be able to take the role and run with it for so many years.
Okay.
Also,
next character.
Rockwell's one of those
I-
dudes who could play the Joker, and like take a completely different take on
And
it.
you would never, you
Like,
would get
Sam
a completely
Rockwell is one
new
of the
Joker.
greatest actors of our generation.
He'd create a whole new Joker, and he would probably like everybody always talks about. Oh, Heath Ledger's Jared Leto.
They wouldn't be talking about that if Sam Rockwell's a fucking Joker. You're
Sam
absolutely
Rockwell
right.
was
So I
Right.
apologize
Right.
if you can't hear Rick's talking around. I think you can hear him on the mic, but
All right.
Rick,
Sorry.
Rick, yeah. So
No.
I'm getting y'all riled up.
we're gonna get a mic for Rick at some point, and so you can actually see him. But
Rick, like Sam Rockwell as Joker, you're absolutely right.
I don't see him as a joke. I would see him more of as a Two-Face or Riddler kind of character.
Shout out to
Fuck outta
McAteer
here.
High School in San Francisco.
All right,
That's where Sam Rockwell
I
went.
mean, like,
Clearly, this is a hot topic. All right, so we're gonna move on.
That's why we have this podcast.
All right, calm down, Fritche.
Yeah.
Bring it down.
Good.
It's not the
Good.
not safe for work podcast. So
Yeah. Hey, thank God for that. No, like, sorry, Jay. How are you?
shout out to Jay Austin
So
Graham.
Sam
How you doing?
Rockwell is.
All right. We're done with this one. All right, let's see. Kevin Feige, Chief Creative Officer of Marvel. So he's going to oversee the whole thing. He's going to oversee the TV, the movies, the comic
comics,
books,
yeah.
which is probably the main thing out of this. So what do you think? Is Kevin Feige? Feige?
Say
Feige.
Feige.
I always feel like a homophobic slur
Feige.
when I say his name.
Yeah, because you say it faggy. His name is Feige.
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 Feige. Okay.
Sipowicz.
Fee-fi, fo,
Sipowicz.
Feige.
So, anyways, so Feige,
Kevin
Feige, Fritchie,
Feige.
Fritchie.
Sipowicz.
So I like the fact he's taking over the movies, the TV, the comics. I have a problem with because I think is he gonna make the comics into the movies or he's gonna vice versa?
Well, that's already happening.
Well, yes, but is
the
it gonna
comics
even
are
mean
already-
even more?
I mean, like, honestly, like, in answer to your question, probably. Because the comics as they are now are already, like bowing down to the movie canon. So, like, like all that shit's happening.
So you're saying the movies are like changing comics?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Well,
and-
just
because
look at
we're
the gar-
following-
just
so
look at
like every Marvel movie is making $1 billion, so of
Alright,
course that the comic properties will be changing
Yeah.
for them.
just
because
look at
that's
look at Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Look at they
look at Captain Marvel.
Captain
look at
Marvel.
Spider-Man. I mean,
yeah,
like
they're reflecting the movies for sure. And
Yeah.
the good thing
Getting
about
a new generation too, man.
yeah,
yeah.
which I mean, like it's a good and a bad thing.
they're
mean,
getting a
like,
new generation of movie watchers. They're not really good in a new generation of comic book
Comic
buyers.
book readers.
Yeah,
It's-
but here's the thing, and here's something that we all as comic book readers should have learned years ago. They don't give a rat's ass about us. All right, like they know that we will pay you money to like get their stories, but we won't pay as much money as the people who are coming in from the movies. All right, like this is why they routinely throw us under the bus. The comic stories
That's
will
all about-
always cater to the movie storylines because that sells $1 billion.
But all the best movie storylines have been cherry picked from comic book storylines.
Cherry picked, but also adapted. I mean, they
Well-
also change.
Yeah,
Look
no.
at Civil War. Like, you read Civil War in 2008. Was that anything like
No.
this Civil War movie, other than that one shot of like Captain America and Iron Man? No, like it was a fundamentally different book. They don't give a rat's
I
ass
actually
about
like
us.
what they did with the movie better than the actual comic book.
And I'm not saying that it's a bad change. I'm just saying it's a distinct change, and they weren't asking us if it was okay with us because they don't care. Like they make more money on fans that they get from the movies going into the comics than they get from comic fans going into the movies. They really don't care about us. Like this is why Comic-Con, like San Diego Comic-Con is just like a whoredom of like selling shit because
It's
like
all movies.
it's all movies.
I went to
and TV
Dragon
shows.
Con this year,
They
and
don't
when
give
I went to
a rat's
Dragon
ass
Con,
about it.
there was hardly. At least I didn't see.
Were there any booths that sold fucking like old comics? Were there any booths?
I only
Any of
found very few, man. I found very few that
Yeah.
were. It was all
in the whole
toys
thing.
and clothing and
Yeah.
accessories,
And they're all selling
costume
exclusives.
pieces and
Like if you look at any Marvel book that gets released in the last couple of years, every one of them has about 20 different variant covers. Because
well, that's been comics forever though.
Well, Marvel stopped doing that after they went bankrupt in 1998, and then they started doing it again after they started making money from the movies.
So is DC. So is
That's
just
some
comics.
point. We should talk about.
You know what? You know what would stop variant covers? If fucking people would stop buying them, but people are not
I know,
buying
but
them.
they won't because
I just
because
bought
the
one
new
today.
fans,
Exactly.
because the new fans are coming in from the movies.
Like
They
No,
they
but
don't care about it. This is a
just say,
nerdsploitation
okay,
era.
so I bought a Joker book, and I bought a variant because it's
written by who?
John Carpenter.
And who's the other writer on that?
And the other writer, I'm not sure.
The other writer that's not
John Carpenter. Man,
the other writer who's not John Carpenter.
Yeah,
exactly. You know,
some non-Brit.
So anyways, there was a variant cover with the Joker's face, and I'll show it sometime. It's Brian Boland.
Great artist.
Joker.
Great cover artist.
It's a
great cover artist.
It's a new picture that he drew recently, and it's the Joker's face, and it was just so sick, and I just had to buy it. I just had to get it because it displays what I always liked as a kid in comic books was like great art. You know, like great art is what gets us, and Brian Boland.
Like Brian Bolland, I fundamentally believe that all
Bolland.
of us here are big fans of his art.
Yeah.
Like he's great. Like,
we'll
he's
show
halfway between like
We'll show that
super like photorealistic and also like very cartoonish. But what I'm saying
He's
is
amazing.
the
Amazing
whole
artist.
the whole phenomena of variant covers.
We're talking about Kevin
used to,
Feige.
like,
Why are we talking about
exploit-
variant covers? We're talking about Kevin Feige right
Okay,
now.
yeah.
No, I'm saying like we're being
That's a whole nother rant.
we
We got.
in a nerdsploitation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
era.
I'm sorry. Okay, getting back to Kevin Feige. I'm a little bit nervous that one guy having all that, all that under his
Yeah, it
One
could be
man should
umbrella.
not have that
If
much
he does
power
it, if
Kanye West.
he delegates good soldiers to do each thing, then it could work out really
Right,
well.
It's probably going to help out the Marvel because you're going to have one guy that's overseeing it that understands and is a big fan of the
It'll also
product.
be necessarily more streamlined.
Yeah, I think
'Cause if it's like coming through one.
I think he's a big fan of the comics, and I think he knows that the comics are going to breed more movies. So I think he's going to let the comics create because that's just going to, in the next 10, 15 years, the comics they're going to pull from are the comics that are currently happening right now. So I think he's going to really push for like creative freedom and like really giving artists and writers
I hope
leeway.
so. Come on.
Yeah.
And because these are they're going to build for the future.
Yeah.
So these are even though they do have 80 years of history to pull from, they're going to have
they're gonna pull from like the new shit.
this is you're going to run out of storylines at some point. So he's going to give them some freedom.
And I'm saying that Marvel is about to die. All right, like Marvel and DC Comics is about to die a horrible death within the next 15 years.
All right, cool. Thanks, Fritche. All right, Rick, you had something to say?
No, there's too many ways out of that, man.
It's about to turn into a fucking corporate gig. You should all run away.
Surely
The whole thing
you don't
about-
believe that.
The whole thing about Feige taking over is
What's his name?
Feige. I said Feige, didn't I?
Did I?
You
said
did,
that.
you-
I said goddamn.
You bigot.
Kevin F.
All right, big Feige. Yeah, well, the good thing that I like that he's taking over, and like he said, he's going to be creating a whole bunch of new storylines they're going to be cherry picking from, is look what he's done right now so far. Look at the last, 10, 12 years now of the MCU.
10 years.
Yeah.
He's guided that into a billion-dollar corporation. He's found a way to weave everything together cohesively in the movies. How people have been doing that in comics for years. How things get referenced back and forth. So
No doubt.
I'm actually happy in a way. I'm just hoping that with the creative freedom that the writers are going to be getting, just make sure that there's still things that are going to be guarded. Don't change things just for the sake of change, how they've done so many times.
Yeah, well, like to that I'll say like there is a measure of creative freedom that Marvel Studios will allow their writers and directors, but there is a reason that the Ant-Man movie was directed by Peyton Reed, not Eric Wright, You know, like
Edgar.
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright. Pardon me. I'm
Eric
drunk.
Wright was defensive back for the 49ers. In
Good
the
call.
Yeah, but like, there's a reason. Like, once you get too far out, they're like, you are not like getting into the fucking Disney synergy. Like, there's a difference. They're still trying to like bottleneck this stuff, and like I think this fundamentally is a problem for creativity. Like, whether or not we notice it now or in another 10 years when every major like top 10 movie at the box office is a Disney movie, but like we will suffer from these consequences. Like they will give up because
It's kind of like how we're suffering through this conversation. All right, let's go. Let's go to the next.
mark my words.
All right.
I don't know.
John the Baptist,
No, the market.
you're
always,
gonna suffer
listen,
in 2030.
the market always
Tell the
corrects
Revelator.
itself, dude. The market corrects itself because
Yeah, just like after Reaganomics.
Oh God.
Come on.
All right.
Okay, stay on topic.
All right. New topic. A new topic. Terminator. The new fall. Was it? What's the name? Dark Fate. Dark Fate. Directed by the Deadpool director Tim Miller, right? It's going to be rated R, and they're pushing the rated R very hard. You see the new trailer, Alex?
I have not.
no.
Your name, Alex. You're Fritche.
Fuck out of here.
Which one's which?
Wait, which movie?
Terminator. Dark Fate.
Terminator.
Yeah, I've seen a trailer.
I saw the first trailer.
I saw the first trailer with it's got
Linda Hamilton.
the girl from *Halt and Catch Fire*.
Yeah, she's very talented.
I'm not excited about this
Did
movie
she
at all.
play Did she play the new Protector?
The
Yeah.
new Terminator, yeah.
Is she a
I
Terminator?
forget her name.
Oh, I almost said her name.
Susan B. Anthony. Yes.
Anyways,
I'm not excited about
I'm
this
not.
Terminator.
I'm not too excited
There's
about
been-
it. But,
They haven't
you
made
know,
a good Terminator movie since 1991. I see no
There's
reason
been
to get
two
excited
good
now.
Terminator movies.
By the way, the actress' name is Mackenzie Davis.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
There you go.
Yeah, Canadian girl. Very
A good
pretty.
Canadian girl. So it's rated
Like
R,
60
which is
tall.
probably a good thing because I think all the sequels past Rise of the Machine have been PG-13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think a Terminator movie should be rated R, but it does.
Like that alone is not like a good mark of a good Terminator.
It needs to be. It really should go back to being a horror movie because the first one was
Right.
almost a straight horror movie, rated
Yeah.
R, gritty.
Yeah.
Oh, the very first one.
the first
amazing.
Terminator.
Really good. Really
yeah.
good.
As a matter of fact, I just was watching Terminator before I came over here.
That sounds so. That's so you, Rick. That is you, right? Like in it. Yeah. That's so you. That's so you,
Are
buddy.
you trolling me?
No, I'm being honest, dude. That's like so you.
What is your life like that a man gives you compliments and you like look at him as
No, I
That sounds
mean,
like a you
I know
problem, man.
you the way you are, and you know, which is
Yeah,
cool.
the way you are.
You'll randomly see some cool
All
shit.
right, all right. Terminator: Dark Fate. Are you gonna watch it? No.
Fuck no.
Okay,
Maybe.
maybe.
If a viewer takes me to watch it, they pay for it. Yes, I'll watch it.
I have a rule against watching sequels to movies that were made more than 5 years ago. Like, yeah, no, I ain't gonna
All
watch
right,
it.
so all right.
It's a series at this point.
Okay, Terminator. We don't give a fuck. All right, there you
Yeah.
go. The Barney movie. Anybody care about this? They're gonna
I
film
didn't
it.
even hear about
Nope.
the Barney movie.
I've heard about it and I don't even give half of a fuck
I'm
about
scared.
it.
Is it
for the
gonna
Barney
be creepy
movie.
like the new Banana Split?
Oh, I hope so. That'd be
That'd be
awesome.
if
Very
it
good.
was like that,
Oh,
I might
that
watch
was
They're
good.
gonna make the Banana Splits a horror movie, right?
It is a horror movie.
It's already came out.
It already came out.
It already came
Yeah,
out.
it already came out.
Oh man,
Yeah.
was it
It's
any
a-
good?
I haven't seen it just yet.
Have
but
you heard anything?
That movie sounds like horseshit.
Dude, it's horror movie. Horror movies are great if it's horseshit.
What if it's like Meet the Feebles? No, I'm
I mean,
joking.
You need
that's
to
not a horror
raise
movie.
your bar.
That's not a horror movie.
Meet the Feebles is one of the only movies I ever had to stop 30 minutes in because I had to take a break because it was so fucking
It was
disturbing.
fucked up.
It was that's a dude. Peter Jackson early. If you've never seen Meet the Feebles,
Don't.
yeah, don't watch it.
You know what? I have it, but I've
it-
never seen like.
it'll
I've
ruin
never
your-
really seen
Don't.
much of it.
It'll ruin your childhood. Don't
Yeah,
watch it.
don't.
There's it's Muppets on crack,
And meth.
doing crack and meth
So
and
Fraggle Rock.
Prostituting.
Fraggle smoke crack rock.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fraggle Crack Rock.
Yes. All right.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So yes, Barney. We're all in for Barney. All right. So I think that was a good discussion on some topics of the week. Let's go to. See, that was kind of. We have a nerd rage minute, but that was kind of nerd rage for last.
All our minutes on the nerd rage.
Sorry, we're nerds.
Like, feel free,
You know.
like the rest of you, to
All
go
right,
on your nerd rage.
so the
I
next.
have
So
love
the
in my
next.
heart.
Go ahead, boys.
All right, so the next segment we're going to talk about is hidden gems. It's going to be the weekly segment on the show, kind of like what have you? Actually, no. Let's wait for hidden gems. Let's talk about something that we've either. Yeah, you have a good one.
I love hidden gems.
And so yeah, hidden gems is going to be the thing. We're going to do that probably next. So right now, let's talk to you first, Alex.
Yes.
What have you read, watched, listened to this week that stands out? What's your pull list for this week?
As far as comics,
As far as anything, whatever you want, whatever stood out to you this week.
Yeah, lay it on us.
Okay, well, I finished season 2 of Peaky Blinders, and that is a great show. That's awesome.
Who's the star of that show?
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy, and everyone else is pretty much amazing in that show. Sam Neill.
From Jurassic Park.
Yeah, he's in it. He's
From the Mouth of Madness.
yes,
Sam
from the
Neill?
Mouth of Madness. Yes,
From Until the End of the World.
yes, him.
From Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah, he was. He's in that movie. In that TV series, and that's really good. And I've been watching it, and I can see 6 episodes per season. So I'm liking that.
I love that British fucking. Like we're gonna do 5 episodes, 6 episodes, 5 episodes,
Yeah.
2 seasons, and we're done.
And like at the end of the series, if we aren't renewed, whatever.
Okay, and besides that, I'm
You
really.
get 1, Alex. You don't get fucking 2.
I'm really big on I got Doctor Doom.
All right, we can talk about
The
Doctor
Doctor Doom #1.
Oh, it's so good. So
It's
good.
amazing. It's really
so
good.
Written
and
by who?
Christopher Cantwell, who is creator of *Halt and Catch Fire*, the TV series. Very underrated TV series, period piece, 80s. Very good. Very good show.
Set in the state of
Set
Texas.
in the state of Texas. It's pretty much about. Well, anyways, I digress.
Were you gonna dab?
Touchdown.
No, throw my hooks up.
It's really good. It's a good start. Salvador LaRocca does the art.
He's great.
It's a really good.
Doctor Doom story.
He recently did. Salvador LaRocca did a recent stint on Vader, a Darth Vader comic.
Oh yeah.
Which is also really good. But
LaRocca's real good.
this
artist, old school.
this first issue of Doctor Doom is amazing. If you haven't read it, it's
awesome.
It's really good, really well written. If you're a Doctor Doom fan,
When it come out? What month?
This past last week came out. It's a really good storyline.
Super new.
Maybe we'll do an episode on the state of Doctor Doom.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What a great character.
Yeah, great character.
So that's 2 for me. All right. I'm sorry.
All right, Fritchie, what have you read this week? What have you seen this week? What have you listened to this week? What stands out to you?
So I saw the Joker movie and I didn't like it.
All right, we'll save that. We're gonna film an
No
episode.
spoilers.
We're gonna film.
No, it's fine. That was all I had to say about it.
Nice.
I saw the Joker movie. I wasn't a fan.
You know why? Because you read comics. I think that's the reason.
That was one of them. Also, I have a moral compass.
Don't fucking lie to us.
There's
Save
a
this,
bunch of shit
guys.
wrong with it.
Oh yeah,
Save this, guys.
this is a whole
Save this.
episode.
We're gonna have
Um,
a Joker episode. Man.
Lately I've been listening to nothing
the Joker
but
with
Waylon
Jokers.
Jennings.
Waylon Jennings.
Waylon Jennings.
What about Waylon Jennings?
You asked me what I've been listening to. I've been listening to Waylon Jennings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just like I've always been crazy. Which is an album he recorded while he was a sentient amount of cocaine.
And he's well known for Dukes of Hazzard theme.
No,
That's some good old boys.
Yeah,
that's
just like
Never
Waylon
mean it.
Jennings. Okay.
Have you
Yeah.
ever listened to the Dukes of Hazzard soundtrack?
No, because I have shame.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash does a song on there. It's fucking,
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Really?
Yes.
I thought you were joking.
No. That's
I have it.
true.
I have it.
You want to joke when it's like that.
I have it.
So I've been listening to Waylon Jennings while at the same time doing my 2 concurrent, actually 3 concurrent comic reading projects. Like I'm doing like my read all of 60s Marvel comics in order. I'm reading all my Ultimate Marvel comics in order. I'm also reading Batman No Man's Land at the same time.
Oh, nice.
It's good. It's No Man's Land is a great storyline. It's very.
I'll read it.
It's very.
You haven't read.
It could have been cut down to like.
It could have been cut down significantly.
I always described it as like,
right.
okay, one episode Nightwing goes into the bathroom. 5 issues later, Nightwing comes out of the bathroom.
Yeah, no,
it's very tedious, but it's really good overall.
No, like overall, it's a great story, especially in San Francisco, where like we are under the fucking sword of Damocles of the big one. But at the same time, like you said, it has Dragon Ball Z pacing, where it's just like
Wow,
5
really?
issues
Okay.
later, the guy like finally like finishes drinking the drink he started drinking 5 issues earlier. It's kind of ridiculous, which is not to say it's a bad storyline. It's just like entirely too long. Like Greg Rucka, like that's where he started doing Batman for, and Greg Rucka's a great great writer. And so like I'm reading Ultimate Marvel because like just out of nostalgia, like it makes me feel better as a person. And I'm also reading 60s Marvel in order. I just the new issue that I read this month today was Spider-Man meeting Mysterio, where like 2 days after Mysterio shows up for the first time, New York gives him the ticker tape parade, and like Steve Ditko has this one panel of Mysterio on on the back of a convertible, and he's just like one of these, and he looks like such an asshole, and I just laugh my ass off.
What issue
about
is that?
It was the one right before Green Goblin shows up, so like maybe
It's like 12,
13?
11,
like
12.
Amazing
4,
Spider-Man,
like 13
number
or
13.
14.
Artist Steve Ditko.
Very good, yeah.
Very good artist,
Yeah,
yeah.
Fritche killed Ditko. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you can't prove that.
so Steve Ditko is a great artist. He just passed away.
Well,
last
like
year.
Ditko like drew every issue until like what was that like Spider-Man with like the issue with Green Goblin? What was that like 49?
35 or something?
35?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he drew and inked every issue until that. So like he did Mysterio. And, yeah, no.
So you've been reading old 60s Marvel comics, which is
I
always
actually
a good
started with Golden Age Marvel. Like I went through Golden Age Marvel, and then I went through all the Joe Manili Black Knight and Rawhide Kid, and then I went into 60s Marvel.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing
70s
now.
Marvel will be, that's going to be interesting.
Well, that's the thing. Like I cut myself off like when Gwen Stacy died.
Aw.
Yeah.
Spoilers,
Like,
fuck.
yeah, sorry,
Rick.
kids. The girl with the beret is dead.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Rick, you got any suggestions or views? What did you watch this week? What stands out? What I know you didn't read anything, so what?
I'm going to call him off camera, Rick.
I'm rereading Secret Sin's Dance Macabre right now, but for what I'm watching is I just started watching The Dark Crystal.
Wow.
Yeah?
The
Yeah.
Netflix TV show?
Yeah, the Netflix series.
Oh, they made a show out of it?
Yeah,
Netflix series.
It's like a prequel to the whole thing.
Ooh, speaking
Okay.
of Netflix.
It's pretty,
Oh, yeah,
pretty
I'll
good
convene
series. I'm about like 2-3 episodes in, so I'm trying to watch it and binge it. But I started late at night, so I want to make sure that I
I hear you.
go back and review it. But that show, if you guys haven't watched it, you
Yeah.
guys should start it. Especially if you guys are big fans of the original movie.
I have
Yeah,
to
what if
I have to
I'm not?
I have to rewatch the original movie. I remember a lot of it, but I haven't watched it in probably like 30 years. So
Yeah.
I need to watch it before I hear good things. I hear it's really good. I love the practical effects.
It's-
The
the
practical
fact that-
effects are the best. I
the
love
fact that-
practical.
Henson
They're a bunch
Company's
of
back.
Muppets.
the puppeteering?
The Henson, Jim Henson's
Yeah,
production
like-
company's back and they're
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah, like they got Muppets.
And it's actual, it's actual
Right.
Yeah,
Muppets.
you Muppet.
delightful.
Yeah.
Delightful.
It's
No, that's
great.
cool.
I don't use Muppets as an insult, Rick.
You
I
Muppet.
know, you're not.
Yeah. No, I
You're
appreciate
basically
Muppets.
saying it's cool.
Anything else,
Yeah,
Rick?
no,
you want to chime in on?
Yeah, I saw Joker.
All right, save it. Save it.
So let me go
I
straight.
saw
Like,
Joker too, man.
you saw Joker, I saw Joker, Alex saw Joker. Are we waiting for you, Ray?
And that's the joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the Killing Joke.
I want to see Arthur the movie.
Yeah, it's not.
Wait,
It's not the
so
good
all
part.
I have to do is watch Mean Streets, King of Comedy, and fucking Taxi Driver.
Driver.
So I
Taxi
pretty
Yeah,
much
if
get
you've
it.
already seen those 3 movies, you're done.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, like imagine that, but with like clown makeup and like white people trying to be edgy.
And 80s music.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
takes place.
All right, save it for the Joker episode,
save it.
the epic Joker episode that's gonna get us
You're
taken
gonna
off.
wanna see
Line.
that.
That would require Joker to be an epic movie.
It's gonna be good.
No, because we're going to have epic takes on that.
So many people I know love it, man. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Yeah,
All
like,
right.
did they ever get laid?
Have they ever read a comic book?
Yeah.
That's the
Like,
Yeah,
are
I
these
don't-
people terrible?
No, it's
How's
just
that?
no. They're not terrible people.
Like, do they ever read comics? Do they ever get fucked by people?
What?
Like, these people sound horrible.
All right.
This guy, man,
This,
he's got a lot of.
it's Fritche's first and last episode.
Go to hell.
A lot of anger.
A
Yeah.
lot of anger.
A lot of anger.
A lot of
Yeah,
anger.
you knew this.
Let's see. What have I? X-Men. Jonathan Hickman's X-Men. You can watch
Yeah.
our review on the channel SF Comic Book Company.
Yeah,
You can. Yes. Yeah. Pay attention to the
Yeah.
fucking channel.
Watch the channel once in a while.
Watch the channel.
Get a view. Subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
X-Men #1 came out this week. I really enjoyed that. Right now, what else did I pick up this week? Flash Forward. It's them trying to make up for Tom King's horrible treatment of Wally West, the character.
Oh yeah, and Heroes in Crisis.
Yeah, so they're trying to
Yeah, that was a fucking
Did it
trap.
get retconned?
they're trying. It's
Okay.
You have
You
to
know how
retcon.
bad
The pro-
story
the
is
pro-
when
the-
that kind of story like
So-
the problem with the series they're bringing out. It's fucking Scott Lobdell's writing it.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Anyone who's watching
Yeah,
this,
gross.
our audience, do they know what we're talking about? Like,
probably not.
No, that's an inside one, but I'm sure we'll get to it.
So,
Scott-
so
Explain
basically,
it now.
So basically, Wally West is the Flash. He was the Flash for at least 25
Take a
years.
week, hold on.
Oh,
Wow.
jeez.
Oh, God.
I told you to go to the bathroom before.
I did.
Ah, jeez. All right, now we can have a real conversation.
this guy, man,
He should,
Ruin the podcast already.
he's Fritche.
That guy's a real fucking prick, huh?
get him a Snapple bottle next time or some shit. Cork it.
He's our resident grump. He's younger than all of us, and he's just grumpy, man.
All right, so Wally West, he was the Flash for a long time. You might know him. It's Generations Flash. He took over for Barry Allen in Crisis on Infinite Earths. And so he was the Flash for a long time. Then in the 2000s, there was this mantra of like getting the Silver Age characters back in place of prominence. So Barry Allen, who had the greatest death in comics history,
Yes.
they brought him back and kind of put Wally in the back burner. Even though people love Wally West, he was the Flash in Justice League Unlimited, the cartoon. He was the Flash for some great runs by Mark Waid and Jeff Johns. And so when Barry came back, they kind of didn't know what to do with Wally West. So he got kind of put in the back burner. During the New 52, when they rebooted the universe, he was nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
For a few years, people were pissed because there's hardcore Wally West fans like myself.
Oh yeah, I
that love
remember
Wally
that.
West.
I remember that. Yeah.
Until they brought him back for Rebirth, DC Comics Rebirth, where they kind of rebranded and kind of tried to bring back the history they forgot. And then they brought Wally back in a big fanfare. Wally West was back. It was a huge how do you do.
Right. That was Flash War, right? Or no?
Well, they brought him back in a DC Rebirth, and then the
Oh,
Flash War, and then
The Flash War.
and then
was
Tom
awesome.
King wrote a Heroes in Crisis.
And it all.
Oh,
came,
here.
Fritche's back. God
And
damn
here
it.
it all came crashing down like the pee-pee that Fritche just took. After you, my friend. After
Did
you.
he just spank you?
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
What I miss, assholes?
All right. So, anyways, so
Are you
They-
still explaining Wally West?
I'm getting to the
Yes,
fucking point. If
yes.
you would fucking pay attention,
Oh my God.
I told you go use the bathroom again.
It took forever.
No, it's good. You're on a roll.
So Tom King wrote Heroes in Crisis, and they kind of butchered the character. Kind of written, it made Wally West a murdering, covering up. He killed a bunch of characters on accident. Then he tried to cover up. He
It
framed.
betrayed the character that
Did-
we knew.
He framed.
Did
He framed.
PTSD too, or
Yeah,
something
that
like
was the whole point of the storyline. He had PTSD and Come on, director. So it was a horrible storyline. So now the Flash Forward is the new book by Scott Lobdell, Brett Booth. Brett Booth is doing the art, which I like. I like Brett Booth.
How do you feel about Lobdell though?
He had some decent X-Men storylines in the beginning. Weren't great.
What decade was that though?
That was what, 90s, man. That was
late 90s.
Yeah, early
like
90s.
Mid 90s.
Early to mid 90s.
Like, who was president, Bush or Clinton?
Both.
Yeah.
So it's kind of trying to take back, trying to fix the wrongs that Tom King kind of did with Wally West.
Yeah.
It's okay. It still has a long way to go before it fixes the real issues. So I'm okay with it right now, but as a big Wally West fan, I'm kind of cautious about it. So
yeah. I mean, like it sounds like they're trying to retcon a story that happened this year.
Well,
yeah,
basically,
that sounds like a huge problem.
So basically, long story short, they almost pretty much ruined a great character who's always been would never be a murderer or...
No, it's totally out of character.
It's not even accidentally.
It's
like
come on, it was just too much, to do that to a great character like that.
Oh, people are pissed.
Very disappointing, and
people are pissed, dude.
I get the point of trying to be shocking and trying to go outside the box, but I just don't.
I mean, like this is why I think that comic book runs should be finite. Like the whole Kirby, Lee, Ditko run in Marvel in the '60s. I think it should have ended. Giving some other people some room to breathe and make some new works and shit like that. But the longer that we as comic fans consider old storylines and old characters like gospel, the more we're opening ourselves up for being disappointed and people misrepresenting the characters that we care about, like Wally West or Peter Parker or whatever. The longer we let these storylines, we leave them open, the more likely it is that we're going to be disappointed. I think Peter Parker should have graduated college, married somebody, had a kid, and left decades ago. All those storylines from the '60s should have been over.
Yeah, but then we didn't get those awesome '70s and '80s storylines, and even some of the '90s.
Yeah, that's
stuff.
what I'm saying.
No, I mean,
for me, it's a case by case basis.
Yeah, you can.
Some things you can change about characters, but some things I don't know. It just.
No, don't get me wrong. Ray, you're absolutely right. If Daredevil ended when Stan Lee left Daredevil, we wouldn't have never got Frank Miller.
Never got Frank Miller.
We never would have gotten Born Again. Born Again is great.
We never got the Bendis run.
We never got the Bendis Malayev run. We never got the Brubaker run, the Wade run. I mean,
I hear the Chip Zdarsky one is good right now. I hear it's really good, man.
But at the same time, at some point, there has to be an ending point.
Yeah. Well, no, comic characters can be fluid, man. It all depends on the writers and the artists and who what they bring to the table. I like the fact that these characters grow. I like the fact that Spider-Man married Mary Jane and had a family and was.
What is that?
But that's the thing.
What is that Denny O'Neil said? Denny O'Neil said about Batman and about characters is that we are as writers, we are the custodians of their legacy or something like
their
that.
Mythology.
Of their mythology.
So
it continues to go on and evolve.
But here's the thing.
Are you saying that it should be?
Well, here's the thing. If only it evolved and progressed. If only when they gave Peter Parker up or Batman up to another writer, then Peter Parker got married to Mary Jane and that was it. But it's never like that. Because, these characters are always, supposed to be evergreen for new readers. So, even if Peter Parker marries Mary Jane within 30 years, he will have Mephisto, unmake the marriage. It always reverts back to the mean. Batman...
Let's not get started on that fucking storyline. All right,
they will never grow. That's what I'm saying.
So we're all right. We're coming up on an hour. I think this is this was a good. This was a good hour. I think it was good. Yeah. No, if you watched this long, you're you get a
you're
price.
a fucking angel.
You get a price.
You're just really into some of the stuff we were saying.
What? So this is just a taste.
Hardcore comic fans, man.
Sure.
What can we say?
All right, calm down.
We mentioned some films. We mentioned some characters.
Yeah, we mentioned some comic book influence.
There you
movies.
go. All right, so I just want this is just a taste of what we're gonna do. This is just this is like we said, it's a pilot Ashcan number 0 issue right here. This is kind of
comic day.
this is the free this is a free comic book day.
Comic day.
This is not the final product.
FCBD.
This is a little hint of what's to come. It'll be a rotating cast of characters. We're gonna get some diverse folks. We're gonna get different folks in here.
Tighter script.
Tighter, more topics, more different topics, and we're gonna talk about a lot of things.
I won't be here every show.
Yeah.
We'll
At least
be grumpy free.
Yeah.
A couple of shows.
If you hate my presence, I won't be here.
Don't vote for Fritche. Yeah.
Fritche is,
So this is just a hint of what's.
Have you guys seen that Oscar the Grouch skit?
Okay.
Saturday Night
All right,
Live?
we should have talked about that earlier. All right, we're gonna end it here.
Sorry.
You know I'm right.
We'll save
Okay,
that.
Fritche the Grouch.
We'll save that for fucking the Joker review. We'll talk about the Grouch, which I think is probably going to be a better version of the movie. So I want to thank everybody. If you watched this long, again, thank you. Like and subscribe. Alex, where can they find you?
In the streets, man. Don't worry about
Alurb.
Alurb 19 on Instagram.
Thank you, Hondo. Fritche, parts unknown.
I am not available on the internet. Don't look for me.
Cool. Ricky, where can they find you?
Oh, they'll find me both at SF Comic Book Co. On Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, so like and subscribe. Follow the Twitter, SF Comic Book Co. At SF Comic Book Co. on Instagram also, so both on there. Support the channel as much as you can. There's more coming soon. You can find me Ray Doomzilla on Instagram. Look for me and follow, and you can see some links to the site. And please comment. Let us know what you think of this episode. If you liked it, didn't like it, we don't care if you didn't like it. We're just doing this for us. But give us comments. Give us feedback. Let us know what you want to see. Like, what do you want us to review? There's gonna be more stuff coming soon. So, all right, cool. All right, let's sign off.
Sayonara, fuckers.